But I want to ask you the last question, which is, what are some words of wisdom you would impart to a man who has just started this divorce process?
To ask for help, and not from a lawyer. I'm not talking about the practical help with the divorce papers and everything. This help is important and necessary, but I'm talking about help from a coach, a divorce coach, or a therapist, or a person that will help them handle their emotions.
Find other men to talk to. Find a group of men who you can connect with, who will talk in more personal ways, and make them your community, make them your tribe, make them people, when something happens and you're upset, don't start drinking, call them.
Right now is the time to validate this experience and say, yes, this is going to be traumatic, this is going to be shitty, and validate that, and validate the need for increased compassion.
First, I just want you to know and trust that there is life on the other side of this, that the way that you feel right now is not the way that you will always feel. You're not going to ever be at a point where it's like this never happened. This is always going to be a part of you. This is always going to be something that has changed you, but it's no longer going to be a part of every breath that you take. It's no longer going to be a part of every thought that you have. So just know that there is life on the other side.
Number one, don't start it with a loser's mentality. Don't assume you are going to get screwed every step of the way. But to that same end, be proactive and don't sit around and wait.
Are you ready to welcome your next evolution? This is an invitation from the universe for you to evolve, to become a better man for yourself, first of all, and then for your children.
Find a community, find a tribe.
Yeah,
Don't try to get through that stuff alone.
Focus on what you could control. You can't hash out everything that happened.
Absolutely, to reach out for help. If it's to a few friends, if it's to a counselor, if it's somebody that you can talk to, because it's so easy to go down the vicious spiral of loneliness, depression, suicidal thoughts, etc. And get a support around you.
The most important thing is for you to let go of trying to control situations, to accept whatever is happening, like to just practice acceptance.
Be kind to yourself, right? Taking accountability can be hard, whether you were at fault. I hate that language, but whatever your part was in the dissolution of the relationship, be kind to yourself, and also, be honest and accountable. It gives you power to know what is your part so that you can move forward and heal with integrity and really have the life that you want.
The first to forgive is the happiest.
There is a new identity to find when you go through a divorce. And that identity is always going to be better than the identity of being in a relationship where the person didn't love you the way that you wanted them to.
Reach out to people. If you think that if it's really hurting you, please, and I really stress this one, is seek a professional help, seek a therapist. It's again, a strength. You've got to get some stuff off your chest and out of your head. You need some coping tactics. You've got to make sound decisions. And when we're in that space, it's a dark, dark place. I get it. And you need a guide.
You can't go back and you can't control the past. You can't change things that have already happened. But the only thing you can do is take this as a learning opportunity to start to fix yourself and work on yourself.
Get some help. And that means either therapy or community or both, because men really struggle with that. They really do. So find a way to connect with others. That's what every man needs.
I think the first thing is to acknowledge that it's very difficult and it's a shitty situation. And so that when it feels difficult and it feels shitty, you can be like, yep, because it is. Because a lot of times we feel these feelings and we tell ourselves that we shouldn't feel these feelings or that they're the wrong feelings, and then we make it worse.
First of all, I'd say listen to your podcast, because you've done a lot of work yourself, and you have a lot of wisdom to impart.
Continues to reach out. I mean, going along with our theme, right? The idea of finding yourself in connection with other people is crucial.
there's no avoiding, you know, the hurt and the hardships that you got to deal with. I do think that, you know, I've got to do, you know, whatever my best is every day. You know, I try to be better every day, but to keep going even when it does get hard.
I'd like everyone to insist on finding the positive message, the silver lining in what has happened and what is going on in your life. Insist on that. Find the positive meaning and message and tether yourself to it.
It is an opportunity, however. It's an opportunity to reprioritize, you know, what's important to you.